In the quiet suburbs of a mid-sized American town, where manicured lawns hid simmering tensions, a piercing scream shattered the morning calm. You're going to join this HOA whether you like it or not. I'm calling the cops right now. You're a menace. The voice belonged to Karen Mitchell, the self-appointed queen of the neighborhood association. But when the police arrived, instead of hauling away the accused, the officers snapped to attention and saluted the woman at the door, leaving Karen's jaw on the pavement. This wasn't just any dispute. It was a clash that would expose buried secrets, ignite community fury, and spark debates about power, privilege, and redemption. Sarah Thompson had just retired after 2 decades in the military, trading combat boots for gardening gloves. At 45, she was easing into civilian life, but echoes of her past lingered. A locked display cabinet in her living room gathered dust, its contents shrouded in mystery. Late-night phone calls would jolt her awake, her voice turning clipped and defensive. Her husband, David, noticed but didn't pry. He knew better than to push a woman who'd seen things most couldn't imagine. They'd bought their dream home on the edge of the neighborhood, straddling the line between HOA territory and free land, thanks to a grandfather clause from 1987 that exempted their lot. It was perfect for Sarah's plans, a peaceful retreat to grow vegetables and heal old wounds. Enter Karen Mitchell, 53, a divorced former legal assistant who'd clawed her way to HOA president. Obsessed with control, she ruled with an iron fist, enforcing rules on everything from fence heights to holiday lights. She saw Sarah as easy prey, a vulnerable veteran fresh from service, probably desperate for structure. Karen underestimated her badly. It started innocently enough. Karen marched up Sarah's driveway one sunny afternoon, clutching a thick 47-page packet. "Welcome to the neighborhood. Here's your HOA agreement. Just a $2,000 initiation fee, and you're in." Sarah, sipping coffee on her porch, skimmed it and handed it back. "No thanks. We're exempt under the old clause. Here's the survey and deed to prove it." Her tone was calm, professional-like, briefing a superior. Karen's smile faltered, but she pressed on, insisting the rules had changed. Sarah didn't budge, quoting local ordinances chapter and verse. That refusal lit the fuse. Karen escalated fast, firing off fake compliance emails that mimicked official notices, warning of fines and liens. Whispers spread through the neighborhood. "That new vet. She's unstable, needs the HOA to keep her in line." Sarah heard the rumors, but stayed cool, documenting every email, every snide comment. "Let her dig her own grave," she muttered to David one night, her eyes steely. She knew from her military days that patience was a weapon. Karen ramped up the psychological warfare. She claimed Sarah's budding garden encroached on HOA land by inches, rallying neighbors for a standards meeting at the community center. "We can't have someone like her disrupting our peace, unpredictable, with her background." The implication hung heavy. Veterans were ticking time bombs. Sarah showed up prepared, armed with maps, photos, and a binder of HOA bylaws she'd researched late into the night. As Karen ranted, Sarah dismantled her arguments point by point. "This isn't about standards. It's about harassment," Sarah said evenly, her voice cutting through the room like a command. Neighbors murmured in agreement. Some had been Karen's victims before. One by one, they drifted to Sarah's side, eroding Karen's ironclad support. Behind the scenes, Sarah's preparations were meticulous. She networked with ex-HOA members who'd fled Karen's tyranny, gathering stories of forged documents and intimidation. Mysterious calls punctuated her days, quick check-ins with Dad about the escalating mess. Then came Karen's boldest move, a fraudulent legal notice demanding immediate compliance or eviction, stamped with a fake notary seal. Sarah verified it through county records, pure forgery. She reported it quietly, building her case like stacking ammo. Desperation clawed at Karen. Whispers of her losing grip fueled her rage. She plotted her masterstroke, framed Sarah as a threat. "That woman's unhinged, yelling at kids, scaring everyone," she'd tell allies, twisting innocent encounters. Sarah, sensing the storm, called her father. "Dad, things might get police involved. Just a heads up." Unlocking the display cabinet for the first time since moving in, she revealed its treasures to David: a Medal of Honor, Purple Hearts, commendations for valor in forgotten wars. His eyes widened. Sarah, you're a hero. She shrugged. Just did my job. The neighborhood split like a fault line. Sarah's quiet strength drew a coalition barbecues turned into strategy sessions, where folks shared their own Karen horror stories. Karen's allies dwindled. Even her ex-husband distanced himself. At 9:15 a.m. on a crisp fall day, Karen made the call. There's an unstable veteran here threatening the community. Send help now. Sirens wailed as Officer Jenkins, a fresh-faced rookie, and Sergeant Hayes, a grizzled vet, pulled up for a welfare check. Sarah greeted them at the door, ID in hand, her posture ramrod straight. Everything's fine, officers. This is a misunderstanding. Karen burst from across the street, finger jabbing. Arrest her. She's refusing HOA rules, harassing us all. Dangerous. The tension crackled. Sarah handed over her military ID. Sergeant Hayes's eyes narrowed, then widened in recognition. Sergeant Major Thompson? Medal of Honor recipient. He snapped a salute, Jenkins following suit, their respect palpable. Karen froze, her world crumbling. What? What is this? The revelation hit like a grenade. But the real bombshell arrived moments later. Chief Thompson, the town's top cop, rolled up in his cruiser. Dad, Sarah said simply. He nodded, reviewing her evidence folder, mails, forgeries, witness statements. The body cams captured it all. This isn't a welfare check anymore, he growled at Karen. It's an investigation into you. Chaos erupted. Neighbors gathered, phones out, as officers grilled Karen. False reporting, abuse of emergency services, fraud. The charges piled up. You targeted a decorated hero because she wouldn't bow to your petty rules, one neighbor shouted, sparking heated arguments. Was Karen a bully or just enforcing order? The debate raged, dividing friends and families. Karen's arrest was spectacle, handcuffed on her own lawn, tears streaming as the community watched. Humiliation complete. Headlines exploded. HOA tyrant Harris's war hero gets served justice. It went viral, fueling national outrage over HOA overreach and veteran mistreatment. Karen pleaded guilty, landing 18 months probation, a $5,000 fine, and 400 hours at the Veronic penance. The HOA ousted her, rewriting rules for fairness. Property values soared 25%, gardens bloomed freely. Sarah emerged stronger, joining VA programs, speaking on veteran rights, even testifying in Congress. Her bond with Chief Thompson deepened. David, inspired, ran for HOA president and blogged about balanced leadership. But Karen's story twisted controversially. Rock bottom hit hard. Isolated, broke, she wandered past community events, whispering, "What have I become?" VA service forced her to face veterans' scar stories of sacrifice that mirrored Sarah's. Humility crept in. She apologized to her ex-husband, donated anonymously to charities, and quietly aided vets. Some called it redemption, others, too little too late. Was her growth genuine, or just survival? The neighborhood healed, launching support programs, but debates lingered. Forgive the oppressor, or hold them accountable forever. In the end, true power isn't in controlling others, it's in serving them. Redemption demands real change, but is it always deserved? Who are you in this story? The builder of bridges or the destroyer of peace? Share your thoughts below. Have you faced a Karen? How'd you handle it?